Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're tuning in today. Think of me as your personal career coach for this session because we're going to walk through exactly how thousands of Americans are literally transforming their lives. We're talking about securing legitimate, high-paying remote work and pulling in anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 a month, all from the comfort of their own homes. And look, this isn't some pie-in-the-sky distant future trend, right? This is what is working right now, and we're going to figure out how you can get your piece of the action. So, have you ever dreamed of earning real money without that soul-crushing daily commute? Or maybe you felt kind of held back because you don't have some expensive, specialized college degree. Well, let me validate that goal for you right now. You absolutely do not need a fancy piece of paper to crush it in today's remote economy. No way. You just need the right roadmap, the right mindset, and, a little bit of guidance. And honestly, that is exactly what we are going to build together today. Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our 6-part game plan. 1. Prep for remote success. 2. Master 3 core skills. 3. High-growth remote roles. 4. Essential tools and platforms. 5. Spot and avoid scams. And 6. Your first paycheck plan.
Section 1. Prep for remote success.
Look, before we even look at any job boards or start obsessing over resumes, we really need to get your mindset right. I want you to internalize this quote: consistency beats talent when you're starting. It really does. When you first step into the remote job market, it's super easy to feel intimidated by folks who seem to have way more experience. But remember, literally every single expert started out as a total beginner. Starting small, gaining that hands-on experience, and just showing up consistently every single day, that's going to outpace raw talent every single time. Business owners are out there desperately looking for people who are honestly just reliable.
Moving on to Section 2. Master 3 core skills.
Okay, so basic computer knowledge, strong communication skills, and solid organization. That right there is your absolute ultimate beginner tool belt. With just these 3 basic entry-level skills, you're already qualified for roles like a virtual assistant. That means managing emails, doing a little scheduling, and it pays an average of $15 to $35 an hour. Or you could jump in as a customer service representative, handling live chats and processing orders for $16 to $30 an hour. And get this, a lot of companies will actually provide the specific training you need just as long as you show up with these 3 core traits ready to go.
Section 3. High-growth remote roles.
All right, let's look at the real draft picks here. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the sheer earning power attached to these specific roles. On one hand, you've got the social media manager. Millions of businesses desperately need help running their Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. For just creating posts and tracking performance, you can earn $500 to over $3,000 a month per client. Like just 1 or 2 clients is practically a full-time income. On the flip side, we have the AI content specialist, pulling in between $20 and $75 an hour just to manage AI workflows. I really want to highlight this number for a second: $75 an hour. That is the top end for an AI content specialist. And let me tell you, it is absolutely one of the hottest remote jobs available right now. You might be wondering why. Well, because companies desperately want to save time and money by using artificial intelligence. But, and this is a big but, they absolutely need sharp humans to actually guide the AI, edit those outputs, and make sure the quality is actually up to standard. And the absolute key to unlocking that $75 an hour is this: prompt engineering. I know it sounds highly technical, like you need a computer science degree, but actually, scratch that. It's really just the valuable skill of knowing how to talk to AI. It's writing the specific instructions that guide AI tools to generate exactly the content a business needs. Honestly, mastering this single high-income skill today is gonna put you ahead of like 90% of the competition. It'll literally open up countless remote doors for you. But hey, maybe social media or AI just kind of isn't your speed. And you know what? That is completely fine. The absolute beauty of remote work is the incredible variety. Like if you're knowledgeable in math, English, or coding, online tutors are pulling in $20 to $60 an hour. If you have a way with words, content writers earn $25 to well over $100 per article. And yes, you can absolutely use AI responsibly to speed up your writing. Finally, if you're looking for passive income, creating faceless YouTube channels using stock footage and voiceovers can generate some really amazing ad revenue and sponsorships over time. All right, Section 4, Essential Tools and Platforms. Now it's time to talk about our offensive strategy. And this brilliantly illustrates the tactical checklist of platforms you actually need to be on. If you're looking for virtual assistant, writing, or AI work, you've got to get profiles set up on Upwork, Fiverr, and Freelancer. If you're leaning a bit more toward tutoring, get yourself on Preply, TutorMe, and Wyzant. And honestly, regardless of what you choose, the whole shebang requires you to have a solid professional LinkedIn profile. These platforms are essentially giant search engines for business owners who are, right at this very moment, looking to hire reliable beginners.
Moving into Section 5, Spot and Avoid Scams.
Okay, team, huddle up for a second. We really need a defensive strategy here. Because there is so much money moving around in the remote work world, there are absolutely bad actors out there. I need you to know how to navigate online job boards safely so you don't get taken advantage of. So, a legitimate remote job, especially an entry-level one like a customer service rep, will often provide you with paid training to get you up to speed. An employment scam, however, they're going to ask you for an upfront payment or a processing fee or maybe money for equipment before you can even start working. So here is your strict, non-negotiable rule. You never ever pay a fee to secure a job. Period. Keep your guard up out there.
Finally, Section 6, your first paycheck plan.
Well, we have reached the final whistle. We've covered a ton of ground today, all the way from the basic skills of a virtual assistant to the massive high-income potential of prompt engineering. Now, let's bring all this advice together into a totally actionable, no-nonsense summary. So the crucial point is this literal step-by-step checklist right here. This is your path from beginner to employed. Step 1. Build a professional resume and a highly optimized LinkedIn profile. Step 2. Pick just one high-income skill, like prompt engineering or social media management, and really dedicate yourself to learning it. Step 3. Take that shiny new skill and start applying for entry-level roles on verified platforms like Upwork or Preply. And step 4, start small. Seriously, don't worry about being perfect right out of the gate. Gain that experience, stay consistent, and just watch your income grow. Remote work is no longer some distant future concept, folks. It is happening right now, and the money is incredibly real. The only thing standing between you and your first online paycheck is just taking that very first step. So I'll leave you with this. Whether it's virtual assistants, content writing, or diving headfirst into the world of AI, which high-income skill are you going to take action on today? Get out there, start learning, and go secure that paycheck.